Hi, hello friends. Welcome to a realistic first week of my building training program. I share this not because it's video perfect, because it is certainly not, but that is actually the reason why I share it. I feel like I often see these really beautiful, curated, aspirational wellness and health things out there, and there's nothing wrong with that either, but I wanted to share something that was a little bit more realistic, and at least for someone like me. I run a business, I'm a mom. I wanted to show as someone who is a professional in the industry, it doesn't necessarily always look picture perfect, and that's totally okay. So a few months ago, I had shared that I was starting a fitness journey, and since then I had to take a little break due to a few different factors. Now that I'm back and getting a little bit more settled into the routine for the season, I'm gonna be restarting that program. I can tell that I have definitely lost a lot of muscle that I wanna get back, and so my program is focused on building muscle. I'm gonna give you my exact exercises on this rundown through the week. These aren't the videos that I would film if I was presenting this for my course, but I wanted to give a realistic look of sometimes what it looks like when you do have those weeks that are a little more crazy, because it's just life. Also, here it is. Hello. Today is day one of my fitness routine. I thought it would be really fun to take you along with me, so let's do it. I'm starting out with my pull-ups. That's my main goal focus right now. I always make sure to warm up my shoulders before I do this. I do some arm circles, and then I also did some band pull aparts, which I just didn't take a video of. I love this machine because I can do as many pull-ups as I can without any assistance, and then when I can't do any more, I can just pull up this footstool. I just add a small amount of weight little by little so that I can keep making it all the way up to 10 pull-ups. And for my pull-ups on this day, I did 3 sets of 10 pull-ups. Next is a bench press. With the bench press, I did 4 to 6 reps 2 times through. You'll notice I put my feet up on the bench here. Typically you just put them underneath, but I find this feels a lot better on my lower back. Next, I did a tricep extension with a plate. Same thing, I did 4 to 6 reps twice through. And on this, I just really pay attention to how my elbows feel. This might not be a great option if you have elbow problems, because I do find it does strain the elbow quite a bit, but there are lots of other tricep exercises that you can do. All right, next I do squats. I love doing my upper body. I have to really pump myself up to do the lower body. So with the squats, I went a lighter weight, and I'm going 10 to 12 reps 4 times. So 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps each. And I'm focusing on going nice and low with these squats, making sure that my knees are tracking over my toe. Next, I did some hip thrusts. And with the hip thrusts, I did 10 to 12 reps 4 times through. And I can tell it definitely has been too long since I've done these. I felt this so deep in my glutes. Yeah, definitely felt this one the next day, that's for sure. To finish off the workout, I went back and I did 4 to 6 reps at the bench press again 2 times through, and 4 to 6 reps with the tricep extensions 2 times through. Tuesdays are a huge work day for me, and this particular day my daughter was homesick, so that added to some of the chaos. Okay, so I did some corrective exercises. First is chin tucks. Next, I did the prone Cobra, which again, to help with my posture. Next, I did the super clamshell. The next one's kind of a funky one. It's the Fonda abductor lift. This is focusing on your abductors, which is kind of like the sort of side of your hip area. It's the muscle that you use when you bring your leg out away from your body. Next, I did some bear crawls. So forward and backward, getting that body weight in the shoulders. Then I did some abs, so a crunch and hold for 45 seconds and the reverse crunch for 45 seconds. Every time focus on engaging the muscles, and instead of pushing them out to engage them, to bring them in. On Tuesdays I work from home, and then I head into the studio for another 5 to 6 hours. By the time I get home, it can be quite late. Even though I did get in quite late and I was tired, I still actually went out for a run that day, and it felt so good, and I actually loved being out in the night. All right, it is just after 10 and I'm just getting home from work, and you can hear my voice is a little shot from yelling over the music. I didn't get to my run today. Earlier I was gonna do it in the morning, but Bren goes to work really early and my kiddo was home sick today, so I was gonna drop her off at school and then go after that before kind of getting into the work day, but that didn't happen. So yeah, it's almost 10 after 10 and I'm still gonna go out. I'm still gonna do it. Even though what I want to do is just like go get cozy and go to bed. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be too bummed tomorrow if I don't stick to my plan. I think I'll probably be forgoing some sleep to get the run in, but I think I'm gonna feel better getting the run in. So yeah, let's do it. All right, we're doing it. Got my headlamp here, and it's actually a really beautiful night. I'm not usually a night runner, but I'm excited for this. It's gonna be like a little adventure. Just gonna do a quick, probably like 20-minute run. It's my first run in a while, so it's mostly just to kind of get back into it. Beautiful fall night. You can still hear the night crickets. The stars are out. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this for sure. All right, just finished my run. Walking back now. Whew. Hot. I had to take my sweater off because it was so warm. Yeah, so just did 3 kilometers in about 23 minutes. I feel like I could keep going. Just kept a nice chill pace, but just in the interest of time and getting some sleep, I'm gonna head home and do a quick cool down, maybe read a couple pages to try and shut down, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. Spooked some deer. I heard all the night creatures, and the stars are out. It's an absolutely stunning October night, and I'm so happy I did that. Yeah, that was awesome. Obviously, you know, if you're feeling like you do need to go get some sleep, or, you know, there's something else that takes precedence, that's totally fine. This was just something that I felt like I could push myself to do in a healthy way, and yeah, and so I did it, and super happy that I did. I think one of the things that I really appreciate about fitness is that it also trains your mind. Even though sometimes I'm feeling a certain way, still do the things. Wednesday was a functional strength day with typically a focus on speed and power. Where I'm just starting back with the program this week, I focus on strength and stability instead of speed and power, because I want to make sure that I have that foundation built back up before I push it, because I do not want to injure myself. I started with pull-ups, then I went into bicep curls. Next I did barbell overhead presses, and I love upper body. I love doing shoulder presses. This is one of my favorite exercises. Next I did these kettlebell halos. I was really short on time this day, so I would have done a little more, but that's all we had time for today. Thursday was a zone 2 and HIIT. I didn't film my zone 2, I just went out for a brisk walk. And the HIIT, again, I did when I got home from work at the studio. All right, so this HIIT workout, 60 seconds on, 60 seconds rest, and you just keep repeating 3 times total. I just did these fast jumps with my arms swinging, mountain climbers, fast feet, then these prison jumps, which you just keep your hands up and jump up as high as you can, and then this knee drive with the jump. Whew, this one really got me. So you go into a bit of a lunge and then you drive the knee forward. I use my arms as well. This was the crux right here. And then I also did these squat jumps. So squatting down nice and low and then pushing up through the floor, through the balls of my feet. Yeah, this one had me sweating. One of the things that I realized is that my health really does need to come first. I'm a mom, I'm a business owner, I have all kinds of responsibilities and roles that I encompass, and also things that I love to do and want to be a part of. But if my health is not there, then everything else crumbles. My family suffers for it, my business suffers for it. But that's why I have come to this understanding that my health needs to be a top priority. Friday, I have grouped together strength, correctives, and zone 2. Now, I did strength and I did correctives. On Friday, I didn't get to some zone 2 training. All right, we're back to a full body strength day. Back to our pull-ups. Next up was the deadlift. This one, I really have to psych myself up for this one also. So with this, you want the barbell. I like to put it kind of like where my shoelaces go, making sure you're lengthening through the back, neutral spine, engaging your core. Next up, we have these split squats. Same idea as the squat. You want to get nice and low, followed by some barbell rows. Here, focusing on keeping my spine lengthened, neutral spine. I'm bent over and pulling the barbell into my belly button. Once I was done that, I went back and I did the deadlifts. Saturday was a rest day. So Sunday is zone 2 with friends and family. I did go out for a quick walk early on Sunday, but yeah, Sunday ended up being a bit of a work day, which just means that sort of more long form zone 2, spending as much time with the friends and family and outside as possible, it just didn't happen, which is fine. So that's a brief summary of what my first realistic week looked like. I knew I was gonna have a lot going on that week, but honestly, this is a pretty full time of year, and I feel like it kind of always is. So I could use the excuse that I'm just like too busy, I don't have time, and push it for another week where I could try to get that perfect setup happening. But my definition of perfection is doing the best that we can in the time that we have to do it. And if I want to be focusing on my health, getting back on building this strength up, then I just need to do it instead of waiting for the quote unquote perfect time. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and that you feel good.